Next up, the final race of the day, the final for Rotax 175, and what an exciting one this should be. Stephen Cobb is on pole, Nigel Wakefield on P2, Richard Messenger's actually ended up on P3. I thought that would be Chapman, so Chapman's on P4, Dave Higgins on 5, and James Taylor is down on P7. This is between Wakefield, Chapman and Taylor for the championship. And as we did earlier on in the junior Rotax class, we'll be trying to keep you abreast of the championship standings as the race progresses. We're underway. Sweeping into the lead is Stephen Cobb. You can see Chapman down there in 5th place. I think he's squeezed through to 4th, has he? No, he's still in 5th. Cobb leads it from Messenger in 2nd. Then comes Wakefield, Higgins up the inside of Wakefield for a spot. Looks like Higgins has grabbed that. Chapman trying to go with him. Can't make that work though. Taylor started 7th and still in 7th as Chapman goes up the inside of Wakefield and makes that place but loses it on the way out. Wakefield with a nice switchback move there. Chapman's trying to hold on to 5th as Taylor tries to go around the outside of Duckworth for 6th. Here's the replay. Chapman up the inside at the left-hander coming out onto Rogerson's, but Wakefield keeps it nice and smooth, has him back on the way out. Duckworth tries to go down the inside. Chapman holds on though. Taylor tried to go round the outside of Duckworth for a place, but I don't think he made that work. You can see that from the championship standings, Taylor still has the championship in his grasp at the moment. He's just made a place up and Chapman goes through, and Chapman now takes the championship if things stay as they are. Again, a bit like the junior race earlier on, things are very fluid. They will be changing from lap to lap, almost corner to corner. And with Stephen Cobb out front and Dave Higgins second, neither of whom are members, that means that Stephen Chapman has a full scoop of 25 points, and that's enough to win the championship, whatever James Taylor does. Now, while Chapman was behind Wakefield, Taylor still had the championship in his grasp. With Chapman out front now effectively, Taylor has to catch him and beat him on the track. Unless Nigel Wakefield can get in front of Chapman, but Chapman will have none of that. He's up the inside of the hairpin, but has lost the place coming out, and Higgins up the inside of Chapman as well. Chapman doesn't want to get caught up in anything here, get taken out. That would be a disaster for him. Messenger still there in 3rd place. Higgins is back through to 2nd. Dave Higgins, as I said earlier, the new British Rally champion. Stephen Cobb, we saw recently, championship standings, still as you were, 178 to Chapman, 175 to Taylor, 160 now to Wakefield. 3 laps gone as they cross the line this time. Chapman goes through to 2nd place, up the inside of Higgins. Takes that place quite easily. Taylor up the inside of Wakefield, so that changes the points. It doesn't change the position of the championship, but Taylor is that much closer, 178 to 177. Chapman leads Taylor. Taylor has got to get up to Chapman and got to get in front of him. It's as simple as that. The equation's pretty easy. Taylor has to beat Chapman now, because Chapman effectively is leading this race with the non-members up there not scoring any points. Chapman scores maximum points if things stay as they are. All very exciting stuff. It's Cobb out front though on the track. Chapman in 2nd, but for how long? Not very, that's the answer. Chapman up the inside, sweeps into the lead. Drops Stephen Cobb back to 2nd. 3rd place is Higgins. Let's have another look on the slow motion. Comfortable move by Chapman, always seems to have a great deal of straight line speed on this track. I remember the Gold Cup earlier in the season, he had masses of straight line speed but nothing out of the corners, and that cost him that day. Wakefield still there behind Taylor, that's 32, James Taylor. 177, that's how many points he has at the moment to Chapman's 178 if positions stay as they are. And Taylor has got a lot of work to do to catch Chapman out front. He's got a good 20-25 metres to make up, and he's got to pass people on the track as well. And Taylor looking for a move for 3rd. Did he make that stick? We'll see as the shot widens out. No, he didn't. So Taylor has dropped back there, still in 4th place it looks like. Let's see. Oh no, he's dropped back even further, and it looks like he may have lost ground trying to make that move as Chapman loses the lead. And Taylor has lost ground. He was going for 3rd spot through turn 1. He's back in 6th. So James Taylor with it all to do again. Here's the earlier replay. Stephen Cobb down the inside of Chapman. Has a look across, sees him there. Lets him have the inside line. Knows he's not a member. He's no threat. And if he looks behind, he'll see Dave Higgins behind. And that is a nice picture for Stephen Chapman. But Chapman wants the lead. He's decided that out front is where he wants to be. Nothing else will do. Member or no member. He wants to be out front dictating the pace, and that's exactly where he is at the present time. Halfway through this race, Stephen Chapman has the championship in his grasp. He can smell it. It smells like sausage, bacon and eggs on a cool frosty morning to a starving man, with thick beans of course, portion of mushrooms on the side, brown sauce and 3 slices of bread and butter. Did I mention I'd had a heart attack 3 months ago? Not surprisingly really. And as Wakefield goes up the inside of Higgins through turn 1, gives him a bit of a limp-wristed push signal, does Nigel Wakefield, as Cobb goes through to the lead, but Chapman has him straight back down the inside. A bit of contact between them as they go through Paddock Bend. Chapman can't afford that. Quick review of that limp-wristed push signal by Wakefield. Oh, how gay is that? Buy him a pink helmet, that's what I say. Cashmere racing suit with a Fury collar and a feather boa. Nigel Wakefield obviously well in touch with his feminine side. There he is, tucking in the seat as well, must be serious. Taylor goes past Higgins for a spot. Taylor's up to 4th. He'll be trying to put a move on the man in front, Nigel Wakefield, otherwise now known by his new nickname of the Pink Panther. Out front it's still Chapman leading Cobb as they come down Paddock into Paddock Bend. Wakefield there in 3rd place, Higgins up the inside of Taylor. It's all going wrong for Taylor as Mark Jeffries tries to go around the outside. There's contact between Jeffries and Taylor, and Jeffries is off. 33 there, Stuart Duckworth, let's have another look. Well, there's the inside and there's suicide. No prizes for guessing which side Mark Jeffries was on there. Contact with Taylor. Jeffries is off. There is Taylor. He's got far too much work to do now. He's going to need a favour from those in front, particularly Stephen Cobb. He needs Cobb to take Chapman out. It's as simple as that now for Taylor. Otherwise it's all over. However, Stephen Cobb knows that he's not a member. He knows what the situation here is for the championship. He knows that Chapman needs to win, so Stephen Cobb will not be doing anything stupid to try and affect the result. Unfortunately for James Taylor, the cart streamed through Luna and the leaders come out of Luna. It's still Chapman that leads. They go across the line. There's just 2 laps remaining. 2 laps for Stephen Chapman to hold on and become the Manchester and Buxton Kart Club champion for 2004 in the Rotax 175 class. He's put the fastest lap in, 41.617. He's the fastest man on the track. He's still got Stephen Cobb for company. He won't mind too much if Cobb goes by. Cobb isn't a member, so won't take championship points off him. It won't make any difference to the championship, but Stephen Chapman, as a matter of pride, will want to come home in front and win the championship in style. There's Wakefield 18, that's Higgins, then comes Taylor. Following Taylor is number 16, Richard Messenger. But 1 lap remaining as they cross the line, and it's all Stephen Chapman's now. Taylor is too far behind to do anything about it. The championship is disappearing in a cloud of smoke, I'm afraid, for James Taylor. Stephen Chapman has taken this championship very seriously. He's been out racing the last couple of weekends. He was up at Warden Law last weekend, making sure he got plenty of track time in, and out the previous weekend as well. That's how serious he's taken it, and it looks like it's going to pay off for Chapman. He knows he's got it coming down into Luna for the last time. Whatever happens now, Stephen Chapman is going to be the Rotax 175 champion for 2004. He's going to take over that mantle from Tony Hughes. Chapman wins, becomes champion. 22 Stephen Cobb is second, Wakefield 18 is third, followed in by Higgins, Taylor. The unfortunate James Taylor, poor heats I'm afraid have cost him today. Then comes Richard Messenger in 6th, Stuart Duckworth in 7th, Carl Tong in 8th, Paul Manton 9th, and Dan Swindles in 10th. 41.617 was the fastest lap of the race by Stephen Chapman. Well, that's it for 2004 here at Three Sisters. Just time to consider my driver of the day. Few people in contention, but for 30th to 3rd in the final, it's gone to James Theodore. That's it. See you next year.